Hi members of CPA Australia, I'm here once again with Victoria Anderson. Victoria is the Deputy President of the New South Wales Divisional Council of CPA Australia. This forms part of a series of short interviews I'm conducting with Victoria, so thank you Victoria, on her resolution that she's bringing up to the annual general meeting of members later this month. Victoria, first question in this interview is a pretty obvious one in relation to ASIC. So the Australian Securities Investment Commission put out an advisory last month in relation to AGMs. Could you elaborate on that advisory, and could you answer why is ASIC supporting hybrid technology? That is, for AGMs, the ability to have a physical presence in the AGM, and for the members of that AGM to also be virtually present.
Tony, the ASIC guidelines are about enabling companies to still hold their AGMs and continue to give members access. ASIC didn't have time to pass a formal policy, and it states this in the guideline, so they issued this guideline and published a memo encouraging organizations to adopt it. The guideline basically states that ASIC supports the holding of both hybrid and virtual AGMs using appropriate technology. Hybrid AGMs were already supported by ASIC and the Corporations Act, but ASIC further adopted a no-action policy in support of virtual AGMs to enable companies that have issued meeting notices to proceed with their AGMs. And finally, the ASIC made the no-action policy conditional on organizations offering members the technology to participate in the meetings. And they defined this as members being able to ask questions and vote at the meetings. I want to quote some of the ASIC guidelines. First quote, organizations should assess AGM facilitating technologies in advance of holding the meeting to ensure that they meet ASIC conditions. If there are concerns, entities can instead postpone the AGM and hold it later in reliance of ASIC's no-action policy on deferred AGM. Another quote, ASIC understands the benefit of hybrid and virtual AGMs in current circumstances, including encouraging members to vote by proxy and participate electronically. Another quote, this no-action policy on virtual AGMs is conditional on the technology providing members as a whole a reasonable opportunity to participate. In ASIC's view, this would include, I'm still quoting, members being able to ask questions of the auditor and about management, and voting occurring by poll rather than show of hands. I sent ASIC's guideline to the board the day it came out and received an email reply stating that the board was aware of this guideline. And my question to the board is, if the board is aware of ASIC's position and CPA must comply with ASIC's guidelines, why are the board not supporting this resolution to introduce hybrid meeting technology? Further, why are the board even waiting for a resolution? CPA has direction from ASIC to put the technology in place and hold hybrid or virtual AGMs, and here we still are trying to convince them to comply. CPA is a member organization where members deserve to be heard, so why is CPA refusing or voting against giving members that voice? If you found this video useful, share it with your network and like it, and most importantly, submit a proxy and vote yes to support the resolution. Click on the link below for video instructions on how to vote for this resolution.
If you like this video, please be aware I will be posting more interviews with Victoria over coming days. But for now, bye. Thanks very much for watching.